Please stand for the arrival of the procession.
What a magnificent sight you all make. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this very special occasion that marks an important point, not just for all of you, our new graduates, but also for Keele University. And I declare the congregation open.
Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, graduands, it is a great pleasure to be able to deliver this oration on the occasion of the award of an honorary degree to Fiona Wallace in recognition of her outstanding contribution to artistic, cultural and civic leadership in North Staffordshire. Fiona Wallace is Managing Director of the New Vic Theatre, Newcastle-under-Lyme, a post she has held since 2011. During this time, and in collaboration with Teresa Heskins, Artistic Director, she has led the New Vic as a premier regional theatre that employs around 100 highly skilled people, often people with amazing craft and technical skills, generating a £4 million turnover, delivering exceptional local, national and international reputation for artistic excellence. The New Vic engages over 150,000 people every year, fulfilling an aim to make a difference to people's lives through art and a deep commitment to community education and co-creation. Through these educational pathways, the New Vic regularly works with around 25,000 people from all generations and backgrounds across North Staffordshire and beyond. A shared understanding of sound business planning serves outstanding art. It's enabled the theatre to thrive and continue to play an important community role during the COVID-19 crisis, despite periods of physical closure. Taking aspects of the theatre's work online was just one of the exceptional leadership skills that Fiona Wallace regularly demonstrates, ensuring that the theatre's commitment to diversity, social inclusion, and participation continued to shine during the pandemic. Fiona Wallace grew up in Carlisle and was educated at Trinity School. By her own admission, school was not her priority at that stage of her life, but she does vividly recall the experience of a family visit to the famous and innovative Blue Box travelling theatre when it decamped in Carlisle. This turned out to be a formative childhood experience, confirming the allure of the stage. It may have shaped a choice that she made between two early job opportunities when she left school. One was an administrative assistant for an exam board. The other was an administrative position at the Harrogate Theatre. She chose theatre and used that opportunity to acquire an early grounding in the workings of a characteristically complex, magical, but also business-led organisation. Recognising that many of her colleagues were advancing in their careers because of a degree qualification, Fiona enrolled as a mature student at the University of Derby. It's impossible to overestimate the power of such an opening for mature learners who have missed a higher education opportunity and crave one. We take away these learning passports at our collective peril. Fiona studied English and creative writing, developed a flair for the short story and journalistic composition, and graduated with a first-class degree. And as she's keen to remind us, a degree in English and creative writing is no bar to reading a spreadsheet. Her first graduate job was as press and marketing officer for the University of Derby, and she remembers vividly plotting to enable the eminent actor John Hurt, receiving an honorary degree, to have a surreptitious fag or two in a no-smoking environment on the day he received his degree. And I'm very fortunate here because Fiona is a non-smoker, so I've not been set that particular challenge. She then held no less than 6 posts at Derby Playhouse that enabled her to acquire numerous organisational and creative skills, first as admin officer, and then working in education, production departments, and marketing. She had consequently acquired a total understanding of the workings of theatre when she was appointed executive director of the Derby Playhouse. Following a period in that appointment, she then spent a period working for the Peak District National Park Authority, running Luce Hill Hall, the park's environmental college, then head of commercial strategy development, after which she was appointed to her current post as executive director of the New Vic Theatre. If the Peak District role was about convincing diverse and hard-to-hear groups that the countryside was absolutely for them, the New Vic role performs the equivalent mission for theatre in North Staffordshire and has done since 1962, and this happens to be the 60th anniversary year of the founding of the theatre. Fiona has been managing the director of the New Vic Theatre for a little over a decade. Under Fiona Wallace's strategic leadership and Teresa's Heskin's artistic and creative leadership, and they may be seen as a sort of double act, and Teresa will receive her honorary degree in the summer. The New Vic has become a central anchor organisation in North Staffordshire for promoting civic engagement through arts and culture. It's an Arts Council England national portfolio organisation and is viewed by the Arts Council as a beacon of adventurous, artistic innovation and creativity, buttressed by a reputation for reliability and solid delivery. In addition to its own in situ programme of theatrical work, since 2013 the New Vic has been responsible for Appetite, North Staffordshire's stunning contribution to Arts Council England's Creative People and Places initiative. Now in its third phase of delivery, it has already reached 460,000 audience members, and that's in addition to the new VIX Reach, which I talked about at the beginning of this oration. And it's engaged with over 50,000 participants, working with more than 50 partners. It has itself recently been awarded national portfolio status. Now, Keele is one of those partners as Appetite begins a new phase of its work in Newcastle-under-Lyme. Fiona has been a strong supporter of the new VIX partnership with Keele University in our arts and cultural mission through our Keele Deal Culture and our dedicated unit, Arts Keele. The new VIX work in Newcastle-under-Lyme has also led through its theatrical production of Astley's Astounding Adventures, an extra theatrical response to the Philip Astley project through the celebration of the town as the birthplace of the inventor of the modern circus, which has resulted in significant contributions to placemaking and civic leadership. The civic contribution complements and deepens her artistic and business leadership portfolios. Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present to you Fiona Wallace to be admitted to the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa.
Fiona Wallace, by virtue of my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa.
Many congratulations. Thank you very much. Vice-Chancellor and University and guests, thank you so much for that. Do you know how special it feels to be here on your special day? How amazing it is to receive an honorary degree at a time when so many of you are graduating today. Thank you to David for explaining why I'm here really as well, which I very much appreciated. As a managing director of an arts organisation, the one thing I really did want to say to you today was that you have a superpower that some of you will already know about, but I want you to all think about your superpower, which is creativity. And you can use it in whatever way you want, but really creativity is going to be at the heart of your careers as you go forward. And that doesn't mean that you have to be an artist. It could mean you can use creativity in whatever way you like. It inspires new ideas, it enables us to invent, it enables us to problem solve, and it also enables us to have fun. And whatever you choose, the way that you will use creativity, remember that there are other people as artists, creators, cultural organisations that want to enable you to get the best from wherever you choose to live and work. For Newcastle-under-Lyme, the new VIC tries to play that part. So we are a theatre, we make theatre, so we've got workshops, we've got costume teams, and I'm here as well on behalf of all of them. But you should be really proud of your university, because your university has embraced culture and knows that it has an impact across our area and also on the lives of students, hopefully. So as part of that, as David explained, we have Keele Deal for Culture, which really means that we're trying to see how we can use culture to make a difference across all areas for people locally, whether that's through health or through the economic well-being of our area. And I think as well, we've partnered across curriculum, so with the medicine school and in other areas as well. So hopefully, what I will give you is an understanding that the arts have a role to play in all of the different areas of your career as you go forward. My career was that I had no idea, as David said, what I wanted to do. So I do think that you should give yourselves the opportunity to explore. Some of you have roles already and have a very clear career path. Some of you may not. That's fine, because you will be able to discover, as I did, where your passion lies and what you want to do for the future. Thank you again for conferring this. It's such an honour and such a pleasure to be here today. I would give you again that urge to use your superpower to creativity to make changes, to make things happen for yourselves, for your families, and for the roles that you will go on to play. And if I could say one more thing, it is wherever you get based, wherever you are living, if there is a theatre nearby, visit it. Visit it often, but at least give it a shot, because I think that for those people that can experience live theatre, live performance, there is so much to gain and so much that we would appreciate in terms of seeing you come through the doors of our theatre. Thank you.
Will all graduands please stand? Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present to you these candidates who have been found worthy to be admitted to the degrees for which they have been awarded. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, for the thesis titled An Investigation of Factors that Interact with the Effect of Sleep on False Memory in the DRM Paradigm, Zainab Mohammed Alaobi. For the thesis entitled Exploring Student Victimisation and Well-Being in the UK Higher Education Context, Emma Dawn Harrison. For the thesis entitled Urban Metabolism, an integrated approach to exploring the challenges of resource management for urban sustainability in developing countries, Yasmin Adel Kawi Khalifa. For the thesis entitled Contemporary Discursive Accounts for Alcohol Use, Explanations, Justifications and Excuses, Claire Rebecca Melia. For the degree of Master of Arts and Bachelor of Arts, and recipient of the Alan Walton Memorial Prize 2017-18, the Victoria Bentley Memorial Prize 2019-20, and the Alexander and Dorothea Farquharson Fund Field Studies Prize 2019-20, Alana Kate Wheat. For the degree of Master of Arts, Lydia Jessica Sims. For the degree of Master of Science and Bachelor of Arts, Jack Timothy Smee. Benjamin Thomas Tatton. For the degree of Master of Science and Bachelor of Science, Sophie Jade Douglas. Amara Alina Afsal. Bradley Jake Bourne. Amy Louise Candola. Natalie Louise Keele. Megan Owen. Recipient of the MSc Psychology Programme's Highest Achievement Award 2020-21, Rachel Catherine Ownsworth. Pierce Anthony Proctor. Karina Smith. Veronica Maria Vasiak. For the degree of Master of Science, Michael David Sheldon Batterley. Eleanor Jane Cartwright. Alice Elizabeth Clark. Adam Martin Coates. Louise Darlington. Covadonga Francesca Rodriguez. Gemma Elizabeth Hayward. Christopher John George Jones. Francisca Mezar. Rosa Morahan. Grace Elizabeth O'Reilly. Jing Jane Quack. Daniel Thomas Walmsley. For the degree of Postgraduate Certificate of Education and Bachelor of Arts, and recipient of the Alexander and Dorothea Farquharson Fund Field Studies Prize 2019-20, Megan Ashley Lake. So you are. Okay. Apologies, and that is my fault, not the graduande's fault. So, Chloe Page Lake is recipient of the Alexander and Dorothea Farquharson Fund Field Study Prize 2019-20. Congratulations. And with the same surname, Megan Ashley Lake. Congratulations. For the degree of Postgraduate Certificate of Education and Bachelor of Science, Lucy May Clare. Megan Louise Dawson. Lee Edwin Tunstall. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Laura Jane Allen. Alexandra Eleni Rose Avestopoulos. Jemmy La Bisha. Samuel George Breed. Andrew James Burton. Thomas Cannings. Christine Eve Carter. Zoe Leslie Karen Cooper. Joshua Thomas Devlin. Elizabeth Rose Dobromolajska. Erin Furneaux. Recipient of the Victoria Bentley Memorial Prize 2020-21, Chloe Beverly Goodwin. Stephen Michael Harris. Dominic Harrop Pender. Chloe Jane Heath. Nabila Akhtar Hussain. Zara Imran. Emily Rose Jensen. Shalina Jaril. Ryan Allen Langley. Chiara McCarthy. Benjamin Hamish Morton. Jack William David Nady. Recipient of the L.C. Beaver Prize in Geography 2020-21, Daniel Glynn Newman. William Page. Jaina Patel. William Joe Rust. George Oliver Searle. Recipient of the Alan Walton Memorial Prize 2018-19, Callum Richard Smith. Recipient of the L.C. Beaver Prize in Geography 2019-20, Sophie Jane Tankard. Henry Ian Tharby. Sophie Marie Thompson Highland. Joseph Gordon Ronald Wilkinson. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Tasnim Abdi. Shoban Adam. Emily Victoria Adams. Bethany Addy. Kezia Aki Bemen. Lujane Al Wazan. Natasha Catherine Emma Albiston. Lucy Ann Alcock. Emily Kate Allen. Charlotte Elizabeth Rose Allerton Price. Emily Sophie Claire Anderson. Emily Clark Atwood. Lee Bainbridge. Chloe Margaret Baker. Aiduwu Olawatosin Olakalatin Bali. Charlotte Madeline Ball. Hazel Marianne Karan Barachina. Ileana Margarita Barker. Abigail Marianne Joy Barrell. Amber Jade Barry. Isaac Dane Baskyfield. Anushka Basu. Mark Anthony Trevon Beckles. Jessica Begg. Isabel J. Bennett. Amber Hassini Bhatti. Courtney Elizabeth Blake. Marianne Ajenim Boateng. Isabel Victoria Bossons. Naomi Patricia Elizabeth Bostock. Nathan Lee Bradley. Adam Jonathan Brundrett. Aisha Bukhari. Megan Jane Birkinshaw. Ryan Thomas Butterworth. Recipient of the Ben Elliman Prize 2020-21, Esther June Carter. Alexander James Harry Cassidy. Nicola Claire Solani. Savannah Chano Chand. Narayan Singh Chatha. Olivia Victoria Churchill. Kimberly Kolkoff. Ruby Jane Collinson. Abigail Georgian Page Conahan. Archie Allen Cook. Lewis Cook. Sabrina Faye Tatinia Kutu Moore. Rachel Elizabeth Cowan. Rebecca Emily Cox. Recipient of the John Sloboda Interdisciplinary Award 2019-20, Eloise Carla Rayner Crossland. Taylor Elizabeth Curtis. Rimsha Dar. Amber Madison Davies. Eleanor Lindsay Davies. Rebecca May Dennis. Bethany Grace Doherty. Celine Abla Ena Dobaste. and recipient of the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation 2019-20 and the Hannah McAllister Prize 2019-20, Emma Jane Crabb. Harry Keith Dauber. Ayofe Jane Dowling. Abigail Giroux. Lucy Cheen Elderton. Chloe Fahey. Olivia Lusa Ferrara. Emily Ann Fisher. Megan Louise Amanda Ford. Chelsea Lee Fowkes. Kane Fraser. Charlotte Savannah Freeman. Charlotte Elizabeth Ann Frost. Polly Maria Fulcini. Khalif Emre Galiki. Alicia Pooja Garner. Michelle Dominique Gartner. Imogen Evans Gearing. Eleanor Louise George. Recipient of the BPS Undergraduate Award, Best Overall Undergraduate Student Award 2020-21, Nadia Gazan. Lucy Anastasia Judy Gilfrin. Bradley Michael Gladwin. Jessica Ruth Goodrich. Rosalind Alice Georgievs Walsh. Chloe Lee Hargrave. Eleanor Julie Beckham Harris. Lucy Ann Harris. Zain Bilal Hashmi. Bali Jasmine Hemmings. May I ask that the students that have just been confirmed to stand, please.
By virtue of my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I admit you to the awards for which you have been presented. Many congratulations.
Please be seated.
Well, it's a real pleasure to welcome you once again to this very special ceremony to celebrate the achievements of our students who do so much at Keele, but also achieve so much when they leave. And what a journey you've all been on. We have graduates in the room from 2020 and 2021, and your experience at university has been different from most of those that went before you, and probably most who will come after you. 2 years ago, we were in the early stages of total lockdown. Now, we might feel now that we don't really understand COVID-19, but at that stage, there was a genuine fear of almost everything. And it's almost hard to remember just what changes had to come into place very quickly. For most of us, we weren't meeting people except by video link. We couldn't get hold of sanitizer, and we weren't sure what we could touch and what we couldn't touch, and we were only allowed our daily walk and a trip to the supermarket. As a university, we had to pivot very quickly, and we had to pivot into using online education in a way that we'd never really done at that scale before. And to keep going with your studies at a time of such huge uncertainty and stress in all around you is a major achievement. You may well feel that you missed out on things, and there is no doubt that you did miss a lot of the social interactions that are really an important of university life. But I'd like you to remember that you've also learnt a lot from the experience, and you have a chance to really stand out in a crowd in many aspects. Now, I'm in no way underestimating how hard it was for you. None of us would have wished anything like this on you, especially at a time of life when friendships and networks are developed that can last a whole lifetime. But the adaptability, the resilience, and the determination that was needed to get you through your degree was absolutely astonishing. And in a life when all of those things will be needed, you've been there, you've done it, you've got the t-shirt, and when things get really tough in the future, just remember what you have shown yourself to be capable of. I also hope that you recognize the efforts of the staff at Keele and the efforts that they've exerted in order to help you through your degree. They also had to change very quickly during COVID and were often coping with difficult domestic situations while quickly and dramatically changing the way that education was being delivered. Our educators continue to receive national recognition in all sorts of ways, and I'm pleased that once again we have performed exceptionally well in the National Student Survey. I'm certainly personally very proud of our staff and the way they coped with this, and I'm pretty sure that I can speak for you that you are also very appreciative of this. This is also reflected in the progress that the university has maintained during the last few years. The opening of the new Harper Keele Vet School with first students in 2020 and the new building in 2021 is a huge step forward for the university. And the development of an energy park with 2 wind turbines and 12,500 solar panels is an important step not just for the university, in that it will produce over 50% of our electricity, but also to society more broadly as part of the fight towards a net zero economy. Also in that regard, High Deploy was an experiment that we used the whole campus for. We tested whether 20% hydrogen could be introduced into the gas supply. It can, and it can safely, and it can without the consumers really noticing the difference. So that is now being rolled out in communities in different parts of the country. We've also developed the campus that bit further, and although some of it not perhaps in time for your time at Keele, the opening of the new central area in Chancellor's Building, and in what I have to say some people have described as the most important advances at Keele for many, many years, we managed to open a co-op and a Greggs. I also find it fascinating at this time to reflect on some of the real achievements that our students achieve outside the classroom. In some cases, working through the Student Union and the KPA. The volunteering to support the vulnerable in the early stages of COVID lockdown, to the collection of 4 refugees from Ukraine, shows the social conscience that is strong in our student bodies. Schemes to help local businesses and charities or less local organisations also take place regularly. And for example, a team will be going from Keele in the summer to help poorer communities in the Caribbean. The staff at Keele are always very proud of our students and our alumni, but the respect that we have for you is even greater than normal. And I'm sure that those of you who are family and friends of our graduates are also brimming with pride today. And before we go any further, can I, on behalf of the university, thank you as friends and family of our students for all the support that you have given them during their time as students at Keele. Today, you can also allow yourself to be proud of your own achievements. Even beyond the COVID experience, all of you have been on a big adventure that will have challenged the way that you think, taught you new skills, opened up new worlds, and opened up new horizons. You will also have undergone huge transition alongside students from every part of society in the UK and from many parts of the world. And it is important to us that we do have that diversity here on campus. And it's not unusual, for example, for us to have over 100 different countries represented on campus through our staff and our students. Education is a critical mediator of understanding of other cultures, and this is even more important when the biggest challenges of all that we face in society can only be solved through collaboration on a global scale. And this is not always easy, but I hope that we have helped you develop a level of critical evaluation that will allow you to take informed viewpoints that will help you thrive in that world where global travel might be affected for a little time yet because of COVID, but global interactions will be critical for a peaceful and an equitable world. It is with this aim of impacting the future of society around the world that here at Keele we are putting significant attention into new research institutes that are aimed at addressing 4 of the biggest challenges that we face as a global population. These are social inclusion, sustainable futures, global health and well-being, and are all done in an increasingly digital society. We have literally hundreds of our staff performing leading research in these areas, and we expect these institutes to really have an impact. As I say, we hope that the environment that you have been in here at Keele has prepared you to survive and thrive on that global scale. This background will help you play your part in meeting these big challenges and taking the opportunities that they present, and to do that with a confidence that will see you continuing the tradition of Keele students having a genuine big impact. This may be through the professional lives that you undertake or through the ways that you live your own lives at a personal level. Looking after your own health, reducing the adverse effect that you have on our planet, and showing respect and concern for those in less privileged positions than yourselves, these are all important parts of being players in a forward-looking and civilized society. The months and the years ahead might well challenge some of these core beliefs, but the working together with others and providing support to one another that has got you through your degree here, and indeed got you through the challenges that you've already faced, these will provide you with the framework to succeed. That mutual support between students and between staff and students is often quoted as one of the biggest things that makes Keele that bit different from other universities. So you can be assured that you are well prepared. The Keele difference also relates to the original educational concepts that are associated with being a strong anchor institution in the region and being a university that believes in an education that prepares our students with a breadth of knowledge and a set of skills that will allow you to thrive in a very complex and uncertain global environment. It's important to us that we have provided you with an education that not only makes you experts in your chosen subjects, but it gives you a range of expertise and skills that will make you very attractive to employers throughout your career. You have experienced a rate of change that feels unusual, but I regret to say that it is likely that it will become the norm. And these skills that you've seen through the last couple of years will make you adaptable to these changes. Getting information isn't a problem these days. What we do with the information is the skillful bit, and we've taught you some of that. We're already beginning to see how artificial intelligence underpins some parts of society, and this will change the employment landscape dramatically over your lifetime. In 20 years' time, you may well be doing jobs that haven't even been invented yet. So, contrary to opinion in some parts of society, universities are here not just to train you for your first job. We are here to teach you the skills to be adaptable to the world as you find it over your whole lifetime. The ability to analyze complex problems, the ability to continue learning new approaches, the ability to work with a variety of people with different skills and abilities and from different cultures, the confidence to address the unknown and to solve problems whenever they occur. These are all things that you have learned, and they will stand you in good stead. So when situations change enormously, the value of a university education is to put you in a position where you can adapt to these changes and thrive in a modern society as we find it. The world will continue to change, but as graduates, you've developed the skills to help you thrive in it. But it does also mean that you will have to make a personal commitment to continue to learn throughout your lives. For some of you, today may well mark the end of your formal education, but it cannot be the end of the learning process. Sometimes it will be tough, but you should have the confidence that the skills you've learned here will see you in a good place for whatever challenges you have to face. This is a university that we hope you will continue to be proud to be associated with, and that you will continue to think as part of your personal future. You now join over 80,000 Keele alumni in all corners of the globe. Alumni demonstrate great value to each other and to the next generations of students through their networks and their links back to Keele. So please do therefore keep in touch. Make sure we have your contact details, sign up for the Alumni Association, come back to visit us, and think about how you might want to give back your experience to future student groups. You won't be surprised to also hear me say that as Vice-Chancellor, we hope that you get very, very rich, or at least some of you do. And when you do, please do remember which university you went to. But seriously, your time and your experience is also hugely valuable to us, and you may well feel that you wish to partner with us in a variety of projects in the future. So that's it. You've made it. You've had to wait a little while to celebrate it, but you are leaving here with a qualification that cannot be taken away from you. One that people will respect the world over and that will open doors and opportunities to you. But you now need to make it work for you. You can afford to be ambitious. Indeed, you owe it to yourself to be ambitious. It will be tough, but if you don't stretch yourself and reach for what you truly, truly want, you will always, always regret it. So I hope that you, our next generation of graduates, will have seen yourselves as part of a thriving university that has valued your presence. And you can now go out there and make a real difference. So with that, can I, on behalf of Keele University, give you, our newest graduates, our heartiest congratulations and wish you good health, great happiness, and enormous success in everything that you now do. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of Senate, I present to you these candidates who have been found worthy to be admitted to the degrees for which they have been awarded. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Hazel Diana Hobbs. Emily Hoff. Nadine Claudia Hon. Brooke Georgia Holland. Courtney Ann Holland Belcher. James Alexander Holmes. Jack Paul George Howells. Aisha Faye Hudson. Recipient of the James Hartley Prize for the Best Third Year Project 2019-20, Naomi Tanisha Hughes-White. Mariam Humayun. Madeline Holly Sophia Hunt. Amy Rebecca Huntbark. Hannah Hussein. Natalie Kate Hyde. Louisa Grace Illich. Thomas Douglas Imlar. Scott Irwin. Harshini Saroja Iyer. Charlotte Ann Jackson. Hiba Jamal. Aisha Jiwa. Alwar Llewellyn Jones. Catherine Jones. Nikita Kalair. Naba Kamran Siddiqui. Lauren Ann Kavanagh. Cleo Victoria Keeling Ball. Amelia Victoria Kerwin. Eman Khan. Juwairira Khan. Thomas Edward Knight. Robert Michael Knowles. Dioclea Krishniki. Paula Krishniki. Shalan Kular. Wantwa Mercy Kumwenda. Daniel Kieran Lay. Josephine Elizabeth Lee. Lu Lee. Shakila Tiana Kamani Linton. Caitlin Louise Lloyd. Tobias James Lorraine. Hannah May Lovett. Sophie Louise Macefield. Emily May Machin. Alice Danielle Maggs. Nathaniel William McGuinness. Bethany Roberta Mantell. Kevin J. Marquez. Kiara Catherine Masterston. Jacob Mayuga. Melissa Lorraine Mazari Nyanyange. Sean MacDonald. Rachel Claire McHenry. Jack Christopher Medlin. Harriet Francesca Meller. Abigail Ann Metcalf. Aurelia Marianne Michael. Claire Mills. Lucy Mazoyan. Pezan Mohammed. Recipient of the BPS Undergraduate Award, Best Overall Student Award 2019-20, Waleed Mohammed. Abigail Moore. Charles William Moore. Claire Elizabeth Morgan. Olivia Elizabeth Morgan. Charlotte Carol Nicole Mosley. Natalie Stephanie Motter. Natalia Manoz Arias. Kieran Murphy. Megan Louise Murray. Sanad Naili. Numpomenelo Nadolorov. Georgia Lee Naylist. Jay Newman. Michael Norfield. Laura Catherine Oldfield. Antonella Apong. Tia Parker. Phoebe May Parkin. Usha Palmer. John Christian James Pass. Namrata Hitesh Patel. Louise Marie Patterson. Catherine Paul. Jessica Elizabeth Marion Payne. Kira Placentino. Jacob Lloyd John Potter. Joseph Potts. Emily Margaret Price. Rhiannon Pridley. Lucy Elizabeth Priddle. Monica Kwa Randhawa. Aleka Rashad. Lara Marie Ree. Adele Ridgway. Shyla Joanne Roberts. Heather Robinson. Tiandra Ina Robinson. Sarah Josephine Robson. Tanitswa Eveline Precious Sachikone. Anna Elizabeth Schofield. Eleanor Elizabetta Scott. Himani Lakshmi Kaur Seghal. Sani Jabin Shaikh. Holly Louisa Sherwin. Simran Sidhu. Dominica Dorotto Sikora. Ella Louise Sims. Thomas Andrew Slack. Julia Malagozota Slowinska. Danielle Lee Smith. Lauren Jane Smith. Madeline Leah Smith. Megan Lydia Alberta Smith. Natalie Victoria Smith. Joy Idan Oluwa Soda. Daria Sokolova. Nandini Soni Sada. Laura Elizabeth Squire. Annabeth Hope Stokes. Georgia Julia Ann Street. Jodie Ann Stubbs. Jennifer Maiden Sue. Jacob John Edward Sugden. Jake Summerlee. Olivia Jane Summer. Kafeli Malike Swanston. Ramina Tajik. Jessica Elizabeth Taylor. Recipient of the James Hartley Prize for the Best Third Year Project 2020-21, Julia Mary Teagle. Kirandeep Kaur Thiara. Ria Raj Thomas. Kirsty Louise Thompson. Isabella Jane Tideswell. Amy Melissa Tromans. Erin Manhold Sang. Stefani Soneva. Recipient of the Best Overall Performance in Criminology 2020-21, Livy Lou Tiers. Kate Underdown. Jaida Uskuri. Miles Venville. Amrita Kaur Virk. Michael James Walker. Katie Rose Walmsley. Olivia Louise Victoria Walmsley. Abigail Ruth Ward. Rianne Ward. Eleanor Alice Watkins. Kirsty Louise Webb. And recipient of the Hannah McAllister Prize 2020-21, Madeline Grace Wilkes. Ella Victoria Williams. Melissa Lily Wilson. Nisa Caitlin Wilson. Roberta Moore Wilson. Rania Abdul Mehdi Witwit. Paris Jacqueline Wood. Jacob David Worsley. Diba Yousafine. Yuling Zhang. Natalie Jaot. And Hannah Malik. May I ask that the students who have just been conferred to stand, please.
By virtue of my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I admit you to the awards for which you have been presented. Many congratulations.
Please be seated.
My name is Helen Machin, and I'm a lecturer in social work here at Keele. And I have the privilege of saying a few words about Hayley Dickinson, who sadly passed away in 2018 after completing the first year of the social work undergraduate degree programme. When I remember Hayley, I think of two words: excellence and family. I taught Hayley on a module focused on social work practice with children and families. I remember Hayley coming to talk with me at the end of lectures with considered and intelligent questions. She was keen to grasp the key concepts and to understand how they applied to practice. Hayley's life experience as a mother returning to full-time education seemed to transfer into an ability to understand the complex circumstances of people's lives and the type of professional response that was required: respectful, non-judgmental, and child-centred. In her reflective and understated manner, Hayley strove for excellence in the module, and when she submitted the assignment, it was clear that Hayley had achieved it. She was awarded a first-class grade in this module and in many other modules she took during her year at Keele. Another memory of Hayley is when her sister Kirsty, a lecturer in the School of Law, delivered a lecture to her cohort. I recall Hayley and Kirsty exchanging knowing smiles with each other throughout the session. After the lecture, Hayley told me with great pride how conscientious and thorough her sister's approach to work was, how she did things properly. These are qualities that Hayley too shared with her sister. When preparing to give this tribute today, I asked colleagues in the social work team who had worked with Hayley and student colleagues in the cohorts who had studied alongside her if they wanted to share their memories of Hayley. Colleagues remembered Hayley as popular and bright, diligent and conscientious, and they recalled how she beamed with pride when she talked about her family. When reading their comments, again, the words excellence and family came to mind. A student colleague, Jenny Fletcher, and close friend of Hayley's, shared the following words for me to read today. Hayley was the most inspirational, kind, funny, loving, and hard-working person I've met, and I had the honour to call her my friend. Hayley taught me so much. She pushed, challenged, and had this amazing skill of making people see the best in their ability and to believe, and she did this with me. Through our time at university, we spent most of it laughing, but Hayley was my rock and always pushed me through the hard times. We got this, girl would be her motto, and we did. To me, these comments make it clear what kind of social worker Hayley would have been. She would have been a social worker who strove for excellence, for herself and for those around her, who did things properly. She would have encouraged and supported others. She would have worked diligently to develop her knowledge and skills for practice. And she would have been fun and used her humour and her personality to build supportive relationships with people. And finally, she would have understood family life in all its chaos and joy and complexity. This is the type of social worker who has been sadly lost. So, Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I announce the Undergraduate Diploma of Higher Education to be awarded posthumously to Hayley Dickinson.
By virtue of my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I admit Hayley to the Undergraduate Diploma of Higher Education.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present to you in absentia those candidates who appear listed in the programme who are not present.
By virtue of my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I admit them to the awards for which they are listed.
Let us give thanks on this special day in a moment of reflection or prayer, according to your practice or belief. We give thanks for our university and recommit ourselves to its mission, that the tasks of education and research may continue to be carried out with integrity. We give thanks for the vision of our founding principal, Lord Lindsay, who directed that Keele exist for the pursuit of truth in the company of friends. The university's foundation also drew on the historic motto of the Sneed family, to thank God for all. May that spirit of friendship and thankfulness continue to be fostered by all at Keele. We give thanks for our graduates as they conclude this stage of their education. May their skills and qualifications be used for good in their communities and beyond. We give thanks for all staff who have taught and supported them in their learning. May they know the lasting impact their work has had and the change that they have enacted in the lives of our graduates. We give thanks for the families and friends present here and around the world. Let us acknowledge with gratitude the love, care, and encouragement that they have given and continue to show towards our students. May we look forward with hope to the future, that the successes of this university and its graduates will continue to grow, that the gifts we celebrate today will be used fruitfully, that the world may become a better place. May I invite you all to stand.
Graduates of the university, many, many congratulations once again. I wish you every success in the future, and I hope that you become fantastic ambassadors for the university that we all love so much. But first of all, go out there and have a great time today. I declare the congregation closed.